Very good morning to all of you. I welcome the all faculty members, all the students, all the participants in this event. It's my privilege to share my views with all of you, and it is privilege to between you. Okay. So such type of events or such type of tests increase or their innovation in forensic science between the students brought their vision in the subject. So it will be very much helpful to students and faculty also to see the forensic science in a broad way, because crime detection is very challenging job so far as forensic science. It is also very interesting as well as very challenging too, because more use of advanced science and technology by criminals in crime committing has made the crime investigation more technical, more challenging, innovative, and high-tech. Because the criminals' motivation is always be do the crime with their best proficiency and hide themselves and hide their work from the investigating agency. And it is matter of professional efficiency, and it is, say, race between criminal and forensic experts, just like to dal mein pass. Who will be professionally more efficient will win the race. So it is demand of the time that we must be 2 steps ahead in technical knowledge with the criminal until unless we will not win the war. As we all know that the forensic science is used for the crime investigation. Forensic science is a collaborative science. What is required to crime detection, we take that knowledge or the techniques or the science from the different departments, different domains, and different subjects, and customize according to our needs and taken under the umbrella of our forensic science. Forensic science is to find out truth by the help of physical evidences, their analysis, their reconstruction, and the interpretation. As we all know, Locard exchange principle is the basic concept of forensic science that says if two things come into contact, they leave impression on each other, and that impression we call the physical evidences, and by the help of physical evidences, we bring the crime, criminal, victim, and scene of crime place and interpret their correlation. We know that forensic science is associated with crime. And what is crime? Any act or omission of law of the land is called crime. Crime is associated with the human society. Crime is an old as human society. It will remain till human society will be there. So we must be up to date ourselves time to time in this field. Forensic science is a very progressive science. As I have told, which knowledge, science, and technology useful for the detection of crime, we borrow from there, customize them accordingly to our needs, and take them under the umbrella of forensic science. Likewise, DNA, we have taken from the biotechnology and customize it accordingly and give the name of forensic DNA. In forensic DNA, Dr. Lalji Singh was the father in India. Just like cyber and digital forensics, we have taken from the IT, information technology. Before 2 decades, the cyber crime was not very much popular, but nowadays the cyber and digital forensics is very much popular, and the cyber, due to the cyber crime, increased very fastly. Forensic accountancy, we have taken from the commerce, image analysis from photography, forensic odontology from medical sciences, and so on. So as I have told, We take the knowledge, we take the technology, we take the tools from the different sciences according to our need for the crime detection and customize them according to our necessity and give the name of forensic branch. Presently, the use of artificial intelligence, nanotechnology in forensic analysis is very much required. Just like the use of in human behavior science, we use the some instruments like the lies detector. Lies detector says us that or told us or give the information the person has told the lies from where to where. We cannot say what is truth and we cannot find out it. The second generation instrument is brain mapping that told us or that inform us if the person is involved in particular crime or not. And third generation is narco analysis, in which the criminal says all the things one by one and according to our question. But Supreme Court had not given the narco test as clear-cut evidences and court admissibility. In my opinion, the coming instrument for the fourth generation in human behavior will be based on the artificial intelligence, like the humanoids. Humanoids, you know, the robots in the shape of human, and they will be fitted with the all computers, hardware, and the artificial intelligence as software for the work of investigation of crime and criminal interrogation. Invention is mother of necessity is very true and fit for the forensic science. The forensic require proactive thinking and action. Until unless we will not think proactively and act proactively, we will not succeed in our field. Students must know how is the forensic system working in India. That will be helpful to them in the job selection. So in India, there are two types of organizations which provide the technical help to the investigating agencies. First belongs to the Government of India, Home Department, DFSL, Directorate of Forensic Science Services. It has 6 labs at Chandigarh, Hyderabad, and Kolkata. These are the old labs, and new 3 labs, one at Bhopal, another is Pune, and another is at Guwahati. They provide technical assistance, scientific aid to investigation to the central government agencies for the investigation and the Central Territories Police. And the another agency is CBI CFSL, Central Bureau of Investigation, CFSL, that is also situated at Delhi, that provides the technical assistance and the scientific aid to investigation to CBI cases or CBI investigation agency. The another agency in India is NIA, that's National Investigating Agency, has no independent forensic lab till today. They use the resource of from the DFSS or sometimes from the state lab also. Another institutions, they belongs to the state government. Each and every state government has their forensic lab that provides the forensic aid or the scientific aid in investigation or the technical assistance in investigation to the investigating agencies of that particular state or that particular police. Every forensic lab in a state, one headquarter lab or the central lab, and they have established regional labs in some IG zone level or commissionerate zone level, and the some scene of crime district, scene of crime labs or scene of crime mobile units. They provide the technical assistance at the scene of crime. Their organization and setup. You all know that each forensic lab has director who is technically and administratively heading that institution, and below them the additional directors are there, joint directors are there, some district directors are there, assistant directors are there, senior scientific officer and scientific officers are there. They are gazetted officer, and below the gazetted officer, technicians, lab assistants, lab attendants are non-gazetted to the help of analysis or to help the gazetted officers or the concerning officers. This is the setup. Each forensic lab in India or abroad have basically three branches: physical, chemical, and biological. And all the super specialization branches are under them, like in biology, serology, and DNA. In chemistry, forensic chemistry, toxicology, narcotics, etc. In physical sciences, there is ballistics, voice analysis, and such type of other branches. Another very important topic I want to discuss is the job opportunity in forensic and their selection system, because always there is crisis in India for the forensic student in the job. So the first opportunity for the forensic student is for the job is government forensic labs. I have said there are two types of central government belonging lab, DFSS lab and the CBI lab. They recruit the forensic officer in gazetted level through the UPSC, Union Public Service Commission, and the non-gazetted officer according to their requirement, but the post of were very less, so that creates a crisis. But the chance is very good there, career is very good there. And second opportunity is the state government forensic lab. There is much more posts in state forensic labs, because there are so many state forensic labs, they have regional labs, they have scene of crime units, so their opportunities are more. They recruit the gazetted officer through their public service commission in the state, like in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Karnataka, they recruit from there. And the third opportunity, some private labs also in India, like the Truth Lab, but they are very few. So the job opportunities here is very less. And next opportunity for the student for their job is police academies, colleges, and schools. They have faculty there for the forensic science. So they recruit for the gazetted officer through their public service commission, and the central agency like CBI Academy through UPSC, and state these academies, colleges through their public service commission. Then next opportunity, academic institution, where they will admitted as assistant professor or lecturer. So here is also two type of institutions here. One belongs to the government, government of two types. First, the central agencies, central universities like BHU, Sagar, etc. And another is state these universities like Bundelkhand and the other. This and some opportunities as a private expert also, but this is very few in India, and due to there is not any regulatory institution in India, it is not very much popular, and the problem is for the court admissibility there as a expert. So forensic regulatory bill is under pipeline in India. So after the coming this bill, that will be the more helpful for the private practitioner, private expert, and it will uh, increase the competition and as well as quality of work also. Now, how we can improve forensics in India? So I have some my own view or own thinking, see how we can improve the forensic science in India. First is much and better cooperation and coordination between labs and academic institutions. Nowadays, we are working as a own island. Labs work in his island, academic institution work in his island. So the communication gap is very much I have seen in India. So it must be reduced or must be finished. And how much the coordination, cooperation between all these two, academic and labs, will be very much helpful for the development of forensic fraternity. Internship tenure must be increased in the academic institution. More research work in the forensic field must be done. More practical and analytical exposure to the student and court exposure also to the student. Because the work of forensic scientists starts from the scene of crime and then it will come to lab for the analysis. And third and final is the court of law, where they produce their reports and sometimes they appear as experts' evidences. And the next suggestion is my unified courses system in academic institution in India. I have seen each and every academic institution, it may be university or it may be college, they have their own syllabus, they have their own prospectus for UG and PG. If it will be unified, it will be very much helpful for the forensic fraternity and its development, and also good for the students to participate in any competition like NET or JRF. Next is accreditation of forensic labs in India. It is also very much required because for their dignity, for their standardization, it must be done. I wish to discuss some cases, some important cases with you. Have you heard about the Natwarlal case? It was the fraud case against the Mrs. Gandhi. The case history was such that one person has phoned to the state bank manager in the voice of Mrs. Gandhi. She was prime minister at that time, to give 5 lakh rupees a person which is belongings to me. I am sending to him, and he has narrated his stature, face, and all the body personality. Phone was from the PMO, told by that person, by the person is Natwarlal, to state bank manager, and he had gone there, taken 5 lakh rupees from the state bank branch manager, and he has no courage to ask the PMO again. But sometimes he feels after the giving the money, that was some problem is there. So he again phoned to PMO, and he come to know that there was not such a type of order from the PMO. Then it comes as a crime and for the investigation, taken in investigation. That was the first case in India which was analyzed or fixed the guilty on the basis of voice analysis case. The case was done by Dr. Rajendra Singh. The voice analysis scientist in India belongs to CBI CFSR. And then again case is Rajiv Gandhi assassination case. That was the first human bomb in India. Before that, there was not any human bomb used for the crime committing. And in this case particular, the contribution of photography was very great. On the basis of analysis of the photographs taken by the different journalists and the other person, given the so many clues. So the motive of saying that always the crime is very challenging and change time to time. First time we come to know that previously there was no such type of crime. So always be very challenging and interesting also. We have very from the very ancient time, the forensic vision. You have heard about the Vikramaditya court cases. In Vikramaditya, who was very much popular, very much famous for his justice, in his court, there was two ladies who claimed for one boy that is their son. So there was no DNA analysis at that time. So he used the vision, the human behavior science, or today's language we can call the forensic psychology, and he ordered that divide the boy in two equal pieces and give to each mother. So the real mother has cried and said, "No, it is not my son, please give to another lady." So Vikramaditya understands this is the real mother is that who was sacrificing. So at that time also forensic vision was there, but not in the same way. So forensic vision was very old, but time to time it changes. And at present time, it is very much challenging. Have you seen the recently released movie Attack? In this movie, by the use of artificial intelligence, they make a paralyzed soldier to super cop. And that is no doubt, it is fiction story, but use of high technology, the artificial intelligence, which is very burning at present time, and so many works are going by the all researchers in this field particularly. But today's fiction may be tomorrow reality. So we must think about it and work accordingly. Thank you very much, friends, and I am thankful to all the faculty, all the students, to giving me opportunity in and share my views in this test. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging speech and very informative talk. Now, we are entering the next phase of this inaugural session. We at Christo Jayanti College, Bangalore, believe in sharing knowledge and learning together. One such attempt is the publication of an e-newsletter titled Veritas every semester. The title Veritas stands for Truth in Latin. Our first edition of Veritas was published in October 2021, and the e-newsletter was very well received by students and teachers of various forensic science institutions. It published student research projects, case studies, global updates in forensic science, interactions with notable forensic scientists, and many such interesting articles. Now, we are both proud and glad to unveil the second edition of Veritas in today's inauguration session. In this regard, we would like to request the chief guest, Dr. Rakesh Gupta and Father Joshi Matthew, to release the second edition of Veritas through a video presentation.